Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast. Show link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGD Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have your self to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop. Until you get your mouth off LDBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, look in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys, salute everybody in the comment section, man. Y'all press 1. If y'all can hear me, as y'all come on in here, man, like, share, subscribe, man. Salute to everybody that's in the building, man. We got an article coming out of RadarOnline.com, but before we get to that today, and I will put it on the screen, but it's just too, man, graphic. I got to keep out words on this, man. Shout out to, let me see who in the building. Driver in the building. Demide, 215 Philly, what's good? Tony Piper, Tina, what's going on? Adrian, what up? A Willie Will, what's up? Neon, what's up? Hydra, DeAndre, Belinda, Mika, T-Bones, ICTV, what's good? Dan Brown, what's good? She is creative. T Will, Stretch 5 Bam, Renee, Slim, Evan, Prime, Peggy, Lena, Gumbin, Slim 3313. Salute to you. On your helmet, what's good? Jamie J Sports Talk, what's good? Salute to you. Lisa, what's good? Roger, what's good? Salute everybody. Let's get into this, man. Y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in here. And also shout to the people who send donations to the Cash App, man. Shout out to the brother Roger Kelly. I seen you. Shout out to Antenna, Anteneh Adis. Salute to you for the donation as well. Also salute to Jordan and Morte Williams. Salute to Marcus Davis, all y'all for the donations in the Cash App. If y'all want to donate to the Cash App, PayPal, let me know. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section. Let's get right into it, man. So, again, for purposes of sickness, and the link is pinned at the top of the chat room for the Cash App or the PayPal. Salute to everybody. Look, man, because of the graphicness of this article, bro, I'm not gonna put it on the screen like I normally do. I'm gonna put the link in the chat room after the video's over with, so y'all can go see it for yourselves, man. But it was just so bad I ain't want to put it on the screen. But apparently, according to reports, it says 2 of Sean Combs' pals had rigorous and unprotected sex with at least 3 women without disclosing that they were stricken with the STD, the H word, leaving one so sick that she was hospitalized. Now, according to the publication, it says that I got to reword this, man. Right? Basically, according to the publication, people, friends and close associates connected to Sean Combs, including one high-profile friend who even settled a $1 million lawsuit after infecting a sex partner with an incurable virus. It says the hitmaker, who is one of the jail rapper's closest allies and at one point even lived with him, exposed an innocent victim to the STD around 2009. Now it says documents obtained, around 2009, documents obtained by this website revealed. So apparently they're saying that they obtained a lawsuit, which, was settled for $1 million, in which these women were infected with uh, incurable STD. Now it says both award-winning megastars have boasted about attending Bad Boys founders parties, which federal prosecutors and witnesses have said to devolved into sex orgies or quote-unquote freak-offs at mansions or in hotel rooms guarded with heavy security. It says they also involve heavy drug use, gallons of alcohol, and large quantities of baby oil and lubricants is being alleged. Now, as a part of this investigation, the publication obtained two previously filed lawsuits, one between a British-born star who got his start in music as a teenager, and the other between a musician turned television famous face and his stylist. It says the celebrity was first quote-unquote exposed to the STD in 2009, legal papers showed. It said, in a disgusting revelation contained in the documents, a greenish discharge once oozed from the performer's beefcake, who at one point tried to calm his victim by telling her doctors had labeled him a asymptomatic asymptomatic carrier. Basically, he tried to say that the doctor said that uh, he gave a lame ass excuse, basically. It says the married star later convinced his illicit lover an STD examination result was negative, and the pair continued to engage in unprotected sex. Now it says that believing that the celebrity's statements that it had been nothing and cleared up, she continued the relationship, the legal complaint stated. It said their rumps went without a hitch until 3 weeks after a passionate hookup when the victim, whose identity is being withheld, woke up feeling very sick with a fever of 100 degrees, chills, headache, and aches and pains. It says she also developed lesions and blisters in her area. It says, and was so terrified, she sought treatment at an urgent care hospital where a doctor promptly diagnosed her with the H word. It says, according to the document, the singer who used the nickname Papa Bear in their messages posted a check covering her medical bills totaling $2,754.40. It says the legal complaint was filed at the Superior Court in Los Angeles, where the law requires a person who knows or should know they are infected with STDs in the beefcake, you understand, to avoid sexual contact with an uninfected person or to warn potential partners before sexual contact occurs. Y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in. It says in court, the hitmaker was accused of quote unquote consciously and purposefully withholding his STD diagnosis from the woman and continued to have unprotected sex with her. Now it goes on, right? It says that it was also revealed after his partner confronted him for infecting her, right? Uh, it said the sex fiend called her 2 days later with his doctor, who grimly confirmed he carries the uh, he carries the blank virus. I just leave it at that. I ain't gonna say the word. It says her test results confirmed a first-time infection, right? Now it says a file in their settlement obtained by the publication reads that in a series of telephone conversations and online chat sessions, the singer has apologized for infecting her and told her he would take care of things. It went on to say, in a declaration, the victim said she felt her health and body had been ruined and that she has suffered severe and emotional distress and has been extremely depressed, knowing there is no cure. Now it says that Diddy's pal eventually settled with his Paramount in December of 2012, paying $1.1 million in damages. but his conduct didn't end there. It says in a second case, the same friend of the jailed music mogul had an extramarital situation with a different woman who was remarkably at the time a friend of his current wife. Now it goes on and it has the actual, well, I can't show that, but it says she alleged that the pair hooked up in 2017 in Atlanta behind the back of his wife, where she performed, or she gave him top, um, or she gave him oral on him before having intercourse with protection. It says in a court filing, she said that they had sex again 12 days later in a New Orleans hotel room, but did not use a rubber. Now, it goes on to say, uh, like this sleaze merchant, the British born friend of Diddy, who first attended one of the infamous parties as a fresh faced teenager, avoided public embarrassment with a secret payoff to silence his accuser. It said a top Hollywood source, quote unquote, the walls are closing in now that Diddy has been nabbed and is sitting in a jail cell. A lot of celebrities, including these two, are going to be ultra paranoid now. It said there's always talk of somebody famous having a STD, but hardly ever does anyone get caught out of fear. Out of excuse me, says, but hardly ever does anyone out get caught out for being infected. It says, let alone spreading it. It says, as more details come to light, the Hollywood guessing game in Hollywood of who has a STD, where did they get it, and did they give it to me, is going to be in overdrive. It says, worse still, it says, once it's confirmed these carriers were intertwined with Diddy, those questions could get answers, and there could be criminal implications behind this. Now, here's my thoughts on this, and y'all smash a like button, man. First of all, it says that this was actually filed in a California court, this paperwork, and they actually paid a $1.1 million settlement uh, to this woman. The person paid that settlement to this woman, and apparently she had an incurable uh, STD. And like I said, man, I mean, bro, it says that there was a green ooze coming out. That's disgusting, bro. That's disgusting, bro. That's disgusting, bro. That's absolutely nasty, man. I mean, bro, listen. Um, oh my God, bro, I want to throw up right now. Uh, Yeah, man. Like I said, man, a lot of these different stories are starting to come out. I suppose a lot of these lawsuits, old lawsuits that have been settled, people gonna start digging this stuff up. I told you guys, man. I think a lot of stuff is gonna start coming out, man. Pictures and all of these other things, man. I think that they're all gonna start coming out, man. And I just think that different stories, different people who may not have made or committed crimes purposely, they may get caught up in this because they may have consensually been involved in a freak off, and you know, now their name is going to get exposed with something that was private information because this is a public situation. So I truly feel that. I truly feel that some people who are involved in some of these situations that may be married, that may moved on in different parts of their life. Like I told y'all yesterday, the pictures came out yesterday with that one girl in it. She's moved on. She's got a baby with a new NBA player and all this other stuff. And yeah, she got cooked for it because she got the dude she's dating is the same age as her son. But you know what I'm saying? She's moved on from that part of her life. But now, since this has came up and since they was involved in that, it's like all this stuff is gonna be rehashed and it's gonna come back up now. That's just nasty, man. What this article says, man. I mean, bro, what this article says, bro, that this dude settled for in a lawsuit, that's the type of stuff you never want to come out, man. You never want this to come out, man. And it says that this was a high profile guy too. It says that he settled a $1 million lawsuit, and it says that he was a hit maker who not the actual hit maker, the rapper, but or the producer, but it was a different one. It says that it says he was one of the closest friends of Diddy, allegedly. And it says at one point lived with Diddy and exposed an innocent victim to this nasty disease. Uh, you know, it says that also I want to tell y'all this too. Uh, Yesterday I saw something and the lady said something yesterday, and I wanted to run this to y'all today too. And she said something that made me go crazy because Gene Deal did an interview on Art of Dialogue, another interview, and he spoke about this. And Gene Deal said he felt like that there was something inside of the baby oil or lubricants, which is why the feds made a strict starch statement that there were over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants found. And Gene Deal basically went on the Art of Dialogue, and I'm gonna let you guys hear what he said on Art of Dialogue, and then I'm gonna play you guys what this lawyer said last night, because this lawyer, she went last night and blew the top off of this whole situation. Pause. She basically came out last night on the news and basically gave details and went in about the baby oil with the news, and basically she revealed some startling information as regarding to that. So but I want you guys to hear this first, and this is what uh you know um Gene Deal told Art of Dialogue in that interview, and then I want to go to last night's interview and let you guys hear what that lawyer who's representing one of the people who's suing Diddy in this case had to say about what happened to her client, because that was unbelievable what she said, or what she's accusing last night. Let's get to it. Y'all listen up. Smash the like button, y'all.
Yeah, you may be right about that. Good point, man. But what was that comment you made about how the baby oil at Diddy house might be laced? What makes you say that? Well, what I said is that isn't it weird that the government was so interested in Diddy's baby oil that they took 1,000 bottles away from his house? If the government took 1,000 bottles of baby oil and somebody had things what appeared to be baby oil, and then you have to listen to the prosecutor. He said that they seized 1,000 bottles what allegedly to be baby oil. Allegedly to be baby oil. So that's telling people that it wasn't baby oil. And people think that that was baby oil, they out their mind. I don't believe it was baby oil. Yo, bro, when they went up in there, they knew what they was going to find. They knew what was ever in that baby oil or that those bottles that appeared to be baby oil, they knew about that at first. You got to realize 9 times out of 10, that individual that got caught at the airport, that was supposed to be their carrier, told them what they was doing and what they had. I wouldn't put him past that he told them everything. So when they went up in there, they knew they had to take whatever was out there, and that thing that appeared to be baby oil, they took that. They got to test every last one of them. Let's see how much, let's see how many of those come back to be baby oil. Bro, listen to me. Costco don't sell that much baby oil. Where you know sell that much baby oil? Yeah, I don't know any store that sell that much baby oil. I know Costco, they came out and said that they don't even sell baby oil. My sentiments exactly. But you personally, right, what do you believe was in the baby oil? Have you ever seen a massage parlor being raided and they walking out the people? Do they take the massage oil with them when they go? No. They just walk out the people who are being arrested. If you ever seen a person getting arrested and the people being arrested in those brothel houses, do they take out the stuff in the brothel houses? No, they don't. They take the individuals who are being arrested out the brothel houses. For them to take 1,000 bottles of baby oil, it's like that they did not leave one. They left people there, but they ain't leave not one bottle. Nobody needed no baby oil. So my whole thing about it is that there was something in that other than baby oil. That's why they took all the bottles. And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that GHB. What's that? I think it's gamma hydrox is I don't. I looked it up, bro. Let me see. See if I can find it. I know this is just showing everything like that, but oh no. Let me. Yo, somebody tap dance or sing or do something. You know what I'm saying? While I'm doing this. Oh, here it go right here. It's gamma hydroxy butyric. What is its effect on the body? It's a euphoria, drowsiness, decreased anxiety, and memory impairment. It works on the nervous system and gives you this feeling of euphoria. So they take that and rub it on her, and you forget who you are, what you're doing. It can also give you memory loss, drowsiness. And that's under the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration.gov.
Now that lawyer, he said the same thing about his clients. That lawyer, Tony Busby, he said that they have medical evidence that his clients were drugged. Not only with that drug, horse tranquilizer, he said drug, but also he said that they found different drugs in these people's system, like the C word, and those different drugs in their system when they got tested. That's the lawyer Tony Busby, who is filing 120 lawsuits. He said he had proof of that. And then, and I'll let you guys hear what he said. But then the lady came on last night on the news again last night, and she went on last night and she explained some of what she said happened to her client. She alleges, and she says that basically her client got sprayed with this oil allegedly. She said her client was sprayed with this oil, and she said as her client was sprayed with this oil, it was like it took her client's energy. It zapped her client while her client was there. So we all was wondering, why in the hell, what the hell is wrong with baby oil? What the hell is wrong with baby oil, right? But she said not only that, check this out, y'all. She said that Diddy allegedly used a knife during this attack. And so I believe, this is what I believe, y'all. I believe that the feds have something secret we don't know about. I think the feds have tested that oil and lubricants, and I believe that they're going to present in court that stuff was spiked, bro. I believe that, bro. That's the only thing I believe they're going to do. I believe they're going to prove that oil was spiked with that horse tranquilizer or whatever they said that was, and I truly believe they're going to bring that out in court. And I think that is what, because Diddy's lawyer, he was stupid. He was out saying that, oh, well, Diddy got the baby oil from Costco. It was down the street. I'm like, why would he say that on an open publication? Because if they bring the baby oil out and prove that it's not baby oil, or prove that it was tainted with something else, another type of liquid tranquilizer, then they're screwed in court. Because he said on an open network that they got the baby oil from Costco, and Costco said we don't even sell baby oil. And then not only that, why would you have anything else, any other chemical like that in your house? He would have to explain why you had that much of that stuff in your crib if they tested and they got that. But I want y'all to hear what the lady said, because she said that Diddy used a knife in this, sprayed this oil on her client when when she made the allegations of what Diddy allegedly did to her client. I want y'all to hear this.
So we know, Ariel, that you've got this client. You plan to file the suit this week. There hasn't been a lot of detail about it, but I think you can reveal a little more tonight about exactly what your client says Diddy did to her. Tell us a little more if you can, even though the suit's not officially been filed. Yes, I'll have the suit filed sometime this week, probably in the next couple of days. It's just in editing right now, just to get the final touches on it, just to make sure we haven't missed any causes of action. I think as it stands right now, we're at 19 causes of actions, from sexual assault, sexual battery, of course, RICO charges, and sex trafficking. But essentially, my client was raped by Mr. Combs, his bodyguard, and a friend who invited my client to his home to set up this whole situation. The details are graphic in nature, and the complaint lays out all of the details in the graphic, just deplorable way my client was victimized in that day, or in that night rather, and her harrowing escape, and how she was able to finally get away and manage to get to safety after the gruesome attack. Yeah, and I know that the details are graphic, and I want to be careful. But can you talk a little bit about the baby oil? Because I think people just think it's baby oil, but you are claiming that there may be something else in that, correct? Yes, so in the suit, there is a part where Mr. Combs is threatening her with a knife and makes her take off her clothes. And then he takes what she believes is some type of liquid substance out of a bag, out of a fanny pack to be specific. And he squirts it at her. And she originally thought it was like acid or something. But then she realized that it was some type of lubricant or oil. She actually didn't specify even baby oil. She just said he just started squirting it at her, squirting it all over her body. And then that's when, after she was covered in this oil, that's when the attack began with Mr. Combs and then the friend. And then in between the two of them, she was squirted some more with this oil. And then the bodyguard then attacked her and raped her as well. But she said over the course of this, her body got more and more limp, and she couldn't figure out essentially what was causing it, because it wasn't as if she was forced any drugs. She said she had a cup of water that she took a sip of, and she knew immediately it wasn't just water, but she only took a sip. And she felt that whatever the liquid was being squirted on her had something in it which essentially debilitated her and her faculties. Mm. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. I mean, because in the complaint, the Fed's complaint, they talk about all of those bottles of body oil. So we knew there was a lot of lubricant, but do you have any idea what may have been in it? Is there something that could have been in it that would have made it so she couldn't move? So I've done some internal research after I had my intake with my client, and it seems that oil in general is used as a conduit for specific drugs, like, for instance, GHB. So in order to get that to topically take into somebody's body, you need a conduit, which is typically oil. So it seems to me that there were some types of drugs mixed into the oil, which is why he was dousing her in that oil prior, not only to make it easier to assault her, but that was what was lowering her defenses.
So she said, is what she alleges is that Diddy used a knife, and she alleges that he sprayed that oil on this lady, and that once he sprayed that oil on her, that it debilitated her. That oil, that baby oil, debilitated her client and kind of took her client down. Now, that baby oil is very important because everybody kept asking y'all. Y'all smash the like button. Everybody kept saying, yo, why did they put the baby oil inside of the federal indictment? Why did they put the baby oil? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's starting to come out in front of y'all right here in front of the world. You know they tested that oil and lubricant. You know why? Because people who probably was riding with Diddy, Lil Rob and all these people, they probably gave tips and information to the feds that was what something was inside. They was putting something inside that baby oil. And I believe that the feds went and tested that goddamn baby oil. And that's why they put the baby oil and lubricants in the federal indictment. And I believe that when they go to court, they're going to use that in court also as evidence that they tested that lubricant and potentially found these certain drugs in that lubricant. And I'm going to tell you why I think that now. It's because not only based off of what this woman, Ariel Mitchell Kidd, just said about her client, but I want y'all to listen to this with Tony Busby, the lawyer from Texas. Listen to what he said when he did his statement about his 120 clients. He said that many of his clients were tested at the time, and they all tested positive for this horse tranquilizer substance, right? And I want y'all to hear that. And now it makes me think that that's why the feds put all those bottles in there. But I think that the feds did not specify, because remember, they're not going to give you all their evidence they got. I don't think they specified to the public what they found in those bottles until they get to court and they lay out their evidence and lay out their case and show that they tested those bottles and that those bottles were contaminated. Because remember, Diddy's lawyer came out and his lawyer said, oh no, there's nothing illegal about him having baby oil. He bought it from Costco. Well, if they test those bottles of lubricant and it's not baby oil or it's contaminated with other types of spiked with other types of things that's used to subdue these women, Diddy's done, because they have no explanation for that, especially if you find that in his home. And also, let me tell y'all something else about that lawyer. And I'm going to tell y'all something else about him later on today. But I want y'all to hear what he said in that last interview.
To have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct. They should not be targeted. I want to say this, and I want to be clear about it. Although we are vetting each call as stringently as we can, I always start with a mindset that I believe victims. I believe victims because I understand the tremendous courage it takes to step forward. So if you're watching this, please hear me. If you're out there and you have been victimized, you are not alone. Help you, and we will help. Lawyers love to attack. We know what we're up against. We did not enter this fray blindly. I wish it was my last such fray. I wish this type of hate behavior wasn't so pervasive. But it is what it is, so we will press on. As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. You should know, in this group, it is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida. I don't want to focus on these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of. The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. Now, although most of the victims who have stepped forward were victimized after 2015, this has been going on for a very long time. Now, when you think about the fact that some of this conduct occurred 25 years ago, and you wonder why would it take somebody so long to step forward, I want to remind you that many states in the United States have recognized that it's very difficult for a victim to step forward and to make these types of allegations when something very terrible has happened to them. I'll use New York, the state of New York, as an example. The state of New York has specific statutes in place that revive claims that are even claims that would typically be not able to be brought, that it revives such claims and they can be brought even 25 to 30 years later. Because there's a recognition there in New York and California and other states that it's very difficult for a victim to come forward. And I would respectfully suggest the only reason many of these people are coming forward because they see other victims coming forward. And it gives them some comfort that, hey, I won't be the only one. And I expect more victims will come forward. You know, there's an old saying that says, a lie has great speed, but truth has endurance. The acts complained of in these cases that we're going to file occurred primarily in New York, either Manhattan or the Hamptons, or occurred in California, primarily in Los Angeles, or in Florida, primarily in Miami. Most of these events and incidents occurred at parties, typically after parties, or album release parties, New Year's Eve parties, 4th of July parties, something they called a puppy party, the all-white party, although several of these events occurred at auditions. Many times, especially young people wanting to break into the industry, were coerced into this type of conduct in the promise of being made a star, or in the promise of having Sean Combs listen to their tape or even let them read for Sean Combs. You should know that some of this behavior occurred at well-known venues in New York City. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know. Some of this behavior occurred at hotels that we're all familiar with. You should know that more than 55% of the victims filed reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals.
Now, let me stop right there. He said over 55% of his of the people that he's represent, his clients, filed police reports and got medical reports. Now, this is very important because listen to what he say next. And y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in, man. We should have a couple thousand likes. But listen to what he say next about that drug, y'all. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. That liquid, whatever that's in that liquid, I think that's gonna help make their case, bro.
We're in the process of collecting with our team assistants, medical records, reports that were made to the authorities. And I've already said that some of the individuals in this group did in fact talk to the FBI. You should know that several of the individuals, and when I say several, I mean many, who did in fact seek medical treatment were drug tested, and drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine, or trank, which based on our research is known as a horse tranquilizer. Now, there's been a lot of reports that we're filing a class action. This is not a class action. Class actions when one or two people file.
Now, did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? Let me rewind that part right there, what he just said. Listen to what he said again, y'all. That's very important what he said right there, yo. What he said right there, that's very important right there, man. Let me play that part one more time for y'all.
People wanting to break into the industry were coerced into this type of conduct in the promise of being made a star, or in the promise of having Sean Combs listen to their tape or even let them read for Sean Combs. You should know that some of this behavior occurred at well-known venues in New York City. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know. Some of this behavior occurred at hotels that we're all familiar with. You should know that more than 55% of the victims filed reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals. We're in the process of collecting with our team assistants, medical records, reports that were made to the authorities. And I've already said that some of the individuals in this group did in fact talk to the FBI. You should know that several of the individuals, and when I say several, I mean many, who did in fact seek medical treatment were drug tested, and drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine or trank, which based on our research is known as a horse tranquilizer. Now, there's been a lot.
He said that for a reason, y'all. And he said that continued to pop up in all those people's and he had that evidence. So you know the Fed's going to take that from him too. And when they come with the superseding indictment, that superseding indictment is going to be like 150 pages, probably 200 pages. The superseding indictment, in my estimation. That's just my estimation. But now we're probably going to look at how they went about talking about those 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I think we're going to look at that complete thing different now if they go in court and prove that stuff was spiked, man. I believe that is going to completely destroy, because of what Diddy's lawyer said. Diddy's lawyer came out running his rabbit ass mouth. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell y'all, Diddy hired another lawyer last night. So he had already hired 2 more lawyers. Diddy hired another lawyer last night. So Diddy now has like 5 lawyers now. And also, I told you guys the other day that he got his judge changed. He got the judge changed. You understand what I'm saying? I told y'all that the other day. He got the judge changed. So he has a new judge. He has a new judge on his bail hearing tomorrow. So Diddy may get out tomorrow. I'm warning all y'all about this right now. He may get out tomorrow. He has a new judge. Now, experts are saying they don't believe he's going to get out tomorrow because the judge would have no reason to overturn what the other judges put out. But again, you just never know. Diddy's got a new judge, and he got another lawyer last night. He got another lawyer. He got 2 female lawyers now. He got another lawyer last night that was a female. I was watching on the what you call it, and they put the actual motion in. Now tomorrow afternoon is his he gets another chance to go home tomorrow afternoon. So he's got another bail hearing tomorrow afternoon, y'all. Diddy's got another bail hearing, right? And tomorrow afternoon, his team is going to come with a whole new plan as far as trying to get him out of there. So the fact that they went and got the judge changed, the fact that he went and hired more lawyers, and I have to tell you guys something. You guys have to understand something about the legal system. The legal system, people know people. You hire certain lawyers because they know certain judges. Let me give you guys an example, right? And I keep going back to this, but it was so real how this was all painted out. If you guys ever watched The Wire did a great job at showing y'all how all of these different things work as far as the politicians, how they're linked in with the judges, how they're linked in with the lawyers. So you had lawyers, right? You had the female lawyer who was, the judge wanted to get with her. So she would do things to make the judge have favor with her, right? Owe her little favors on the outside, right? And also you would have lawyers who were buying off judges. They grew up, they was cool, came up in the system together, all of these different things, right? So when people say, it ain't gonna happen, man, listen, bro, you hire certain lawyers for a reason. Some people know people. So if I grew up with you, we both went to school together, we grew up, and now I'm proceeding on your case and the public don't put that together, now I might have a better opportunity of, getting you bail. You understand what I'm saying? So Diddy's hiring all these different lawyers. Everybody's like, he ain't going nowhere. Man, he might get bail. You never know. They might say tomorrow he gets bail. They might, and this is what I think Diddy's team is going to do tomorrow. So to tell y'all what I think he's going to do. I personally believe that tomorrow, Diddy's team is going to come with a whole new plan as far as how they're going to guarantee he doesn't leave his house, how they're going to guarantee he has 24 hours supervision, all of these different things, right? They're going to bring forth. Now, here's what the prosecution is going to do tomorrow. The prosecution is going to bring forth a little bit more evidence tomorrow to try to convince the courts to not let Diddy go. So tomorrow, I do believe you're going to see a little bit more of the evidence that the prosecution has to argue their point of keeping Diddy inside. And I believe that Diddy's team is going to argue that we want our client to have the best chance at representation. Excuse me, Kenny B. To you saying he's never coming home, bro, listen, I'm just telling you how the system works sometimes, bro. I'm not saying he's going to not get convicted or get convicted. I'm not the jury or the judge. I'm just telling you that this is how these things work sometimes. When you got big money moves shit sometimes. That's the part y'all don't understand. When you got deep pockets, that helps move some shit. Meaning, yeah, he may not get off in this case, but he may have enough money to get the right lawyers to be able to get him bail. You understand what I'm saying? And so all I'm telling y'all is, all y'all that's in the comment section right now, getting your hopes up, you mofos gonna be in here crying like a bunch of back alley cowboys and cowgirls if they let his ass go on bail tomorrow. Y'all gonna be out here goddamn ready to goddamn hit the streets. So I'm telling you, you should not get your hopes up and thinking that it's just automatic that they're just gonna throw his ass back in jail. Because when you got money like that, you understand what I'm saying? You have a chance to put yourself in a position that other people can't be in. And I'm just telling y'all what it is. You never know. It's a lot of stuff that you guys can't see. It's a lot of stuff y'all can't see. But if you understand what the system is, you understand what I'm saying? Then you understand the situation. He's going to keep fighting it at every level. And remember one thing, the difference between Diddy and R. Kelly is Diddy got deeper pockets than R. Kelly. R. Kelly did not have the money that Diddy has. That's the thing people got to understand. Diddy still got money to fight this thing for a minute. He still got money to go at this thing for a minute. You know what I mean? So all I'm telling y'all is I'm preparing y'all for tomorrow for what could potentially happen in the bail hearing, where his lawyers go in there, they present some type of elaborate plan, whether it is they're going to put him in a hotel, not his house, put him in seclusion, protection, total time, have certain types of security, doing shifts, and then his lawyers are going to argue that's going to help him get a more fair trial and them be able to communicate with him, blah, blah, blah. I'm just telling y'all what's going to happen. The man got 4 lawyers now. He got 4 top lawyers now. So I'm just telling y'all what could potentially happen. I'm not saying that is going to 100% happen, but he got a new judge. He got more lawyers. He got a new lawyer yesterday to add on to the lawyers he got. And he's got a new hearing for tomorrow. And people you gotta think about that, bro. You gotta think about that, right? And to Amanda says, he's not getting out. The system will make an example out of him. Well, you gonna come in here crying on your knees tomorrow, ma'am, if they let his ass go home. You're gonna be out here acting a fool on YouTube, running to everybody's channel, acting a damn fool because you got your hopes up too high instead of looking at this from a broad perspective on how the world works. You understand what I'm saying? And it might not work in the right way. You want it to work a certain way, and that's not a problem. But the thing is that you got to understand, why are we even going back to another bail hearing? You haven't put your mind to that, ma'am. Think about it. Use your brain. If they have him dead to rights, why change the judge? Why add more lawyers? And why are we going back to another bail hearing? Answer the question. Amanda, I'm calm. It's you the one that's out there in the chat room going nuts. You understand what I'm saying? And again, I'm not saying that Diddy's going to walk tomorrow. I'm telling you that don't just guarantee that they're not going to do something crazy to y'all. And make y'all go crazy. I'm just telling y'all this. Diddy has way more money than what R. Kelly had. R. Kelly did not have this type of money to do the things Diddy is doing. So you guys got to understand that too. Y'all don't know what type of buttons he can push, all these different things. I'm just being honest with y'all. So y'all can have an open mind. So tomorrow, if they do let him out, y'all ain't running around here on YouTube going crazy. Y'all gonna be like, oh Lord, oh Lord. I'm telling y'all this. I'm telling y'all this. Because again, you never know the connections between these people. You never know. You ask yourself, why did Diddy hire that other lawyer at the last second? You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you found a lawyer that knows the judge, the new judge, because they put the judge names out there, right? Think about this, y'all. They put the judge's name out there a few days ago, the new judge. Now Diddy hires another female lawyer that's going to come in and be on his case for tomorrow as well. Think about that. So you don't know if those two ladies know each other, the lawyer and the judge, or if they've had interaction before in court or whatever like that. They may be friends. Y'all need to understand this, bro. Bro, judges go out and eat with lawyers and all these people all the time. Them people in the courthouse, they cool all the time. Some of them don't like each other, but some of them is cool. They talk all the time. They go to lunch together. They eat together. They talk cases together sometimes when they're not supposed to. These are all the things y'all don't see in the side of court. And I don't think y'all understand that. And to the person who said he's not getting out, they wouldn't put the witnesses at risk. Why are they having another bail hearing then? Why did they change the lawyer then? Change the judge then? Why did they change the judge? If he's definitely 1,000% not getting out, why would they change the judge after 2 rejections of bail hearings? Why would they change the judge, and why would Diddy add on 3 lawyers now going to the next hearing? Think about that. Y'all got to use y'all mind. Y'all got to use y'all mind when y'all think about this stuff. That's all I'm saying, bro. Y'all got to use y'all mind and think, damn, dog. Because y'all going to come in here, if they let him go, y'all going to come in here tomorrow and say the same thing I'm telling y'all right now. Damn, Ticket. They had to have known it. It had to have been a rig. The system's rigged. The system's set up. That's what y'all going to say. And I'm going to say, I ain't surprised because I told y'all that dude got that judge changed and he went and got a new lawyer, another lawyer, at the last second. I told y'all this. That's why it's always a saying. You hope for the best, but what? What do you prepare for? A lot of y'all don't prepare for nothing. Y'all just hope for something. You need to be prepared. And I'm telling y'all what it is. Regardless of the situation, you need to be prepared in either way. And I'm not saying that they're going to let Diddy go. I'm saying you shouldn't just be running around here thinking that it's a done deal. Because if it was a done deal, he wouldn't be getting back in court again for another bail hearing. Right? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Salute to all of you guys, man. I believe that the prosecution is going to have to show more evidence, and I believe they will show more evidence tomorrow in court and bail hearing. But like I said, y'all let me know what y'all feel. Let me know what y'all think, man. Salute to everybody. Support the channel. Oh, yeah, my bad. And shout out to the person who sent that donation to the PayPal. Your name is Arlene Smith. I appreciate you for the donation to the PayPal, my sister. Much love to you. Salute, y'all. I'm gone. Smash that like button, share the video on the way out, y'all. And watch our next video. I'm going to pin the link at the top of the chat. And I'm not saying Diddy's getting out tomorrow. I'm saying that you need to hope for the best and prepare for the worst, whatever way you sitting. But don't be all the way one way, and now it just mess your whole mind up to where you ain't even thinking right come tomorrow.